What's up, guys? Welcome to my first ever player review, and we'll be reviewing the first Futties SBC that came out in Julian Alvarez. He's a striker, 5 star, 5 star, which is awesome. You know, you can shoot on both feet, you don't really have to worry about switching onto the strong foot. And I don't have a lot to say about this card because honestly, he couldn't put a foot wrong. I think there was maybe one or two times where the keeper saved the shot, but other than that, the ball just flew in, and his finesse shot is insane. His driven shot is also great. I don't really have anything to complain about this card, and especially when you compare the price for him. You know, 100k or 95k worth of fodder, or just coins. You know, that is not a lot of coins to be spending on this card, and for what you get, I think it is absolutely value for money. Obviously we can compare him to other strikers that you can get, or probably even evo up, and you can probably do some evos for free that could eventually be as good or probably better than this card stats wise. But what I will say is that this card has impressed me a lot, especially with his press proven. His press proven shows up so much, and the defenders literally can't get close to you. I don't think like I lost the ball with him at all, or anything along those lines. When we Obviously this is a very small player. He's tiny as a striker, and I know a lot of people do enjoy having a bigger striker up front, especially in FC 25. But having the tiny striker in Julian Alvarez allows you to be nimble, agile. He's really quick when it comes to turning. He's rapid. You know, his responsiveness is unbelievable. And then we can get into the shooting, where inside the box it's next level. I didn't really take shots outside of the box, but because I didn't need to. And I mean, as a striker, you're not really going to need to take shots out of the box that much. But his positioning was phenomenal. And one thing I also want to move on to is the man's physicality. Now, obviously, he's tiny. In a lot of cases, the defenders are just going to outmuscle him. But that press proven plus makes such a difference. It really just helps him a lot to be like competitive in physical battles. And I would even say defensively up front he's quite good. I mean, he has got 70 defending, which is okay. It's really not bad at all, and that helps. What would I say is the best chemistry style? I'm not exactly sure. I gave him a hunter just to max out that pace and shooting, but I know he doesn't have the best passing. I mean, his passing didn't feel bad at all, but he doesn't have any passing play styles, and that is obviously a concern if you're going to play with him long term. So I would say maybe a pace and passing like a catalyst would be the best chemistry style for him. Obviously he can play up front, he can play in cam. I would just play him up front rather. You know, he doesn't really have the passing play styles to play in cam, and passing play styles in this game is super important. So I say stick with him up front, and you won't regret it. Honestly, this card is phenomenal. His positioning, everything, as you can see in the highlights, he just can't stop scoring. But yes, we're jumping into the player ratings, and I'm going to give him an 8 out of 10. The only reason why I don't give him a 10 out of 10 is because of the height and the strength. That said, the press proven helps out a lot. Value for money, 8 out of 10. The reason why I don't go 10 out of 10 or 9 out of 10 is because there is evos for free that can really bump up your current cards, and that's also one of the things why people don't really do as much SBCs in FC 25. But in my opinion, should you do the SBC? I think so. I think you should do this SBC. But obviously it depends on what your club looks like. It depends on what your strikers look like. I mean, if you want to try him out at cam, don't see how he wouldn't do well. But he does lack the passing play styles, and that is imperative in this game. But I appreciate you guys watching, and if you want me to do another player review, please let me know who you want me to review. Thanks, guys. Cheers.